Okay. Peace and love, peace and love. How y'all doing? Sorry, I was just reading a little notice that YouTube was giving me about moderation and stuff so that we can, keep the community and the chat and everything PG-13. Right. Okay, so today we are doing personal readings with our $5 holla special. Okay. If you don't know, I haven't done a $5 holla special in a minute. But if you don't know what a $5 holla special is, it is $5 for 5 cards. Usually the 5 card readings are $10, but today they are $5. Okay, so that is what the $5 holla special is about. I don't know if you guys remember. And a lot of things, I mean, even like today, a lot of people make like things like $5 to try to appeal it, but some people have went up on their prices. It's not $5 anymore, and others, went from having dollar menus to $5 menus. Okay, I know y'all know who that was for. Um, so I want to know how y'all doing, how y'all feeling. Let me know down in the chat. Please keep the chat appropriate. Okay, I do match energy, and you will get banned from my energy, from my content already, because we do not normalize dark energy, wickedness. Okay, we do not normalize that in the chat. We don't normalize people being disrespectful in the chat. Okay, none of that is normalized here. Alrighty, that gets you banned. Alrighty, like I said, I might be nice enough to give you a warning if this is like your very first time in here. Okay, but some days I might not be nice enough to give you a warning. Okay. Some days I might be like, you know what? Nah. Okay. So just be respectful in the chat. Okay. I know, that there's people who want to compliment the artwork that God has done, right, on this vessel. Just be respective. Respect words. Just be respectful. That's the word I'm looking for when you do it. Okay. I don't mind your compliments and everything. Just be respectful when you do it. Okay. Alrighty. Let me see if I can be like, okay. All right. So we are doing personal readings for all those who need guidance and messages from the Lord. Okay. So yesterday we were doing like a full room in I was doing a reset live. So I was doing my cleaning my room on live. We were talking. I mean, I'm not upset that they took the live down when it comes to the stuff that I talked about with Jeffrey Epstein and everything like that, because I'm gonna still talk about it. I don't really care about that. Right? You could take the live down TikTok. That doesn't hurt me. Like, I'm gonna laugh in your freaking face, TikTok. But the part that got me was that it was a lot of evidence for my neurodivergentness, right? I'm thinking it's only going to take me 2 to 3 hours to clean the room. So the live is only going to be 2 to 3 hours. I kid you not, that live was literally from 10 a.m. to 2:30. So like 10:40 to like 2:30ish, right? Before they took it down. So that's like almost a 6 hour live of me cleaning my room and just talking to you guys, right? So there's basically 6 hours of footage proving that I have ADHD, right? Because of the fact that I kept getting off task. Sure, I promise. I mean, I was cleaning and I have found something that I haven't seen in a while. And I literally stood there and I was like, started playing with that stuff and showing you guys the stuff instead of cleaning. Right. So I did the same thing when I was showing you as the purses and stuff that I have and the ones that I'm getting rid of. So it was just a lot of a lot of my neurodivergentness, my neurospiciness, being real active in that live. So that's what I really wanted out of the live, was that, like, those portions, right? I can never stop myself from talking about uh how the Epstein Islands are is just the first of many sex trafficking and human trafficking rings that are out there. I mean, there's some really large sex trafficking, human trafficking, child trafficking rings out there, that still have not to this day been discovered. I mean, you're not gonna tell me nobody knew about Epstein, okay? And when literally as early as 2005, right? That's when we start seeing the first couple cases against him, right? News stories, you know what I'm saying? But of course, the government do what the government does and calls it a conspiracy, right? Same thing they did with aliens. Okay. Alrighty, is what they do for anything. Anything they don't want you paying attention to, looking at, looking further into, doing more research on, right? They're just going to chalk it up as a conspiracy theory. Seriously, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, maybe we can look. No, no, none of that, none of that. They're going to chalk it up as a conspiracy theory. That's all there is to it. This isn't just the United States government, this is all the governments. If it doesn't align with their agenda, it's a conspiracy theory. And you're like, wait a second, what agenda then? Because Jeffrey Epstein's island was considered a conspiracy theory, and only when it was only out of the fact that this bro was literally like caught up, right? The fact that he, you know, in 2019, this information started coming out, right? And it is 2025, and the Epstein files still haven't been released. And I tell y'all, everybody that's on the Epstein files was also at those Diddy parties. I don't think I'm joking. Everybody that was on that that's on the Epstein files was also at the Diddy parties. Okay. Alrighty. I mean, guess who was at both? Donald Trump. So that means these are the same secret societies, rich societies that intermingle with one another. Like, I don't know what's so hard about that, and about understanding that. And I don't know, guys. You got to follow the money and see where it leads. Okay, follow the trails. All right. This is what I mean when I tell you not to get too deep into the rabbit holes, because I did go deep. I did go deep into those rabbit holes. I went really deep into the rabbit holes. You know what I'm saying? And I really feel like I should make another Matrix mini series video, um, because we could. I definitely want to go into like the rabbit hole of child trafficking and the human trafficking rings, right? Because the chart that, I don't know if I posted on here, but the chart, right? This specific chart is like predictions, um conspiracy theories, you know what I'm saying? Different things, different topics that have been put together based on off the research of, like, a lot of people. So that chart has a lot of information on it. The chart started surfacing around 2016, right? 2016 was around the time Donald Trump won for his first election, right? And so that chart started surfacing around then, which makes sense because 2012 would have been a there would have been a mass awakening in 2012, um because of the world ending thing, Majir, right? So that would have been a mass awakening right there. Um, Trump winning the first presidency was also another mass awakening, especially with all this stuff about Jeffrey Epstein uh, surfacing, right? So all of this was like, these were like points and moments in time where people had mass awakenings and became self-aware. The second, not the second, but the most recent mass awakening was when Trump won a second term. Okay, so that was another mass awakening right there, which is why I had conversed with the Lord and decided to get on here to help all the new souls who are just now becoming self aware and all of those wherever they're at on their journey. Okay, so yeah, like, because I knew that was another mass awakening, and I knew more people were going to start paying attention and start being self aware and conscious about what they take in, what they put out. You know what I'm saying? Because of the un- unsettling turmoil that Trump causes um, by just existing as the brokest billionaire in the world. Okay. Yeah, I call him a broke billionaire. He's still the brokest person alive. But somehow still out here. Um that's why it never makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, he be out there with his rich homies and they be like, this our broke friend, the broke billionaire. You know what I'm saying? The don't have no real money tied to his name, but got a lot of debt. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. And the people, like, there's people that literally still follow this man, still trust this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard of a couple people who committed SH because of that man, because they did business with this man and he basically robbed them, took their business and robbed them of the money that they were due for being in cahoots and doing business with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The amount of money that Trump has done these small businesses wrong for is like, y'all, I don't know. In the street life, that gets somebody KO'd. I'm not gonna lie, that would get somebody KO'd real quick. The amount of money that they were saying, like, no, I don't know. Maybe billionaires do it differently because no, you already know that's the if you ever if somebody stole $2.5 million or try to get out of paying you $2.5 million when they owed you $3.5 million. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they do things in the billionaire world, but that's a lot of money to try to be skipping out on. Especially when I did the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't think the street life and the billionaire life are the same, because I don't know. That sounds like something that should have got bro got. Like, I don't know. That sound like I'm gonna put a hitman type of money on you. Like, that does not sound like the type of money that you just let slide by, sell all your things, and then off yourself. That doesn't sound like that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that isn't like. I'm just saying it could. I don't know. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. People actually hurt people for that kind of money. And you're playing games with it? That's just downright evil. That's just downright evil. I mean, think about it. That's evil, bro. Like, people in the streets are literally hurting each other for money that's like that. And you do a small business wrong like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Trump would survive in the streets, y'all. Um, bro don't even know how to buy groceries, so he would not survive a single day in any of our shoes. Um, because he just couldn't, right? And bro already knows that if he gets sent to jail, he's not going to be protected, right? All right, bro already knows that if he gets sent to jail and all his child pedophilia stuff gets leaked out, you know what I'm saying? Even though everybody should know that this man's is a child predator, okay? I don't care if they were 15, okay, or 17. Like, what? What? Donald Trump is 80. That means if he was messing with little girls, that had to be he's had to been doing this from 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. Like what? Bro was an adult. His a whole adult life he messed with children. I'm not understanding it. Like that's some sick mentality right there. And it's not a sick mentality that bro just picked up from nowhere. It is a sick mentality that he learned as a freaking child from his success from his what's the word? Y'all know predecessors, right? He learned this type of behavior from the people that came before him, for his mentors, from the people that literally taught him how to be the brokest billionaire in the world, or who taught him how to be a predator. Okay, there's no like because a child does not come into this world evil. But because he was born into that family taught him how to be a predator. His mentors taught him how to be a predator. He hung around other predators who also were marinated, manipulated into being predators too. So now, because all of these big names are predators, they make child pedophilia the least you get a slap on a wrist for it because all these big names, all these rich people were coerced and manipulated by the people before them to be into some weird stuff, demonic stuff. Okay? Some just disgusting stuff, right? They you know, and I say they were coerced as children, right? And they were manipulated and they were what's it called? Coached. You can say coached. But they were basically taught from a I don't know how to there's a word for it. There's a specific word for it. I'm not gonna not coerced, but there's a specific word for it when you teach someone behaviors based off predatory actions, right? Just like this happens with sex workers, this happens with children, this happens with uh slave trade, okay, sex trade, human trafficking trade, child trafficking trade, right? These are little like things they basically are implementing in a child's life that makes them think these things are okay, right? That these behaviors are okay. Like it's a constant, I don't know, my hand is doing it, but I can't think of the word. But it's like a constant, drilling into their head on how to be a certain way, and basically accept a certain way of being and living. And this this really does happen with a lot of prostitutes. But same with children, right? This easier when you're younger and you're gullible, naive, manipulative, right? You're not able to really think for yourself. I mean, your frontal lobe isn't fully developed, but at the same time, you never were taught to think for yourself, especially if you were indoctrinated into the school systems. So it was really hard. It's really hard for certain kids to be able to tell that older people are manipulating them and using them and teaching them things that aren't actually good but toxic, right? So I'm not saying that because Donald Trump was a kid, when he's probably started seeing these kind of things, right, and being introduced to these kind of things, right, and you're like, it's not his fault. Bro is 80 years old. Bro is 80 years old. What do you mean it's not his fault? He's 80 years old. Okay, so here's the thing. By the time Donald Trump got to 25, he was probably, like I said, this is his mentors already taught him how to be a child predator. Okay, by 25 years old, they already taught him everything he needed to know, to be a child predator and to be a broke billionaire. Okay, and to be a ruthless one, at that, because I think his something about his father being a really bad person, and wanting a tyrant to lead the business, which is why Trump got it and sold it, but got it and he fumbled the bag. Not like he sold, like he fumbled the bag, not he like sold it off, but like he fumbled the bag. Um, because he's just not good with money. It's like bro got negative $1 million in his game strats, so every time he touched money, it disappears. Because he don't got it. But anywho, though, right? So by 25, though, right? Definitely, this is a mindset and a skill set that is ingrained into his brain by then, right? And if nothing in the last 50, 70 years has, or like, yeah, 50 to 70 years has not stirred this man off of that path, right? Has not, he has not realized that what he is doing is wrong because he got so much money, and who gonna stop him? You know what I'm saying? That sounds like he never wanted to change. He does not plan on changing. Bro is on death's doorstep anyway, 80 freaking years old, dementia and everything like that. So why would, like, you know what I'm saying? Why would he stop now? Bro has not been caught in all his life with a toxic card coming out. The bro has not been caught all his life. All his life, nobody has caught him. And even though he has been caught, yes, but he hasn't been persecuted. He's not locked up behind bars. Somehow he's still the president of the United States. That's what this man thinks, he can get away with this stuff. That's why he thinks he can get away with this stuff. That's why all these billionaires, the 1%, these Illuminati, Freemason, FBI, CIA, okay, all these ABC agencies, that's why everybody with some type of power thinks they can get away with this stuff. Because who's going to stop them? That's why they think they can get away with it. Thing is, they didn't anticipate the great awakening, the mass awakenings, to be as mass as they have been. Okay, I mean, at this point, I truly believe there's over 1 million people who are starting to witness and realize the truth. Okay, starting to become aware and everything like that. Okay, there's millions of us out there, millions of us out there. Okay, and I want this to be a safe space for all the millions of us to come congregate, okay, and talk about this stuff, right? Because they not getting away with it no more. That's not how this is going to continue. They got away with it for centuries. They're not getting away with it no more. And you're like, centuries? Yes, I mean centuries. There's no, you don't build things overnight. You don't build big trafficking rings overnight. And then every government is allowing you to get away with it. You don't build that overnight. You build it immediately after slavery was abolished. That's when you build it. That's centuries. That's not even a cool 1,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't even a cool 1,000 years ago. Right? That's about a century of work. Okay, about a century and a half or so of work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not like what? What? You know what I'm saying? This is about a century and so of work, right? That's not. We did this in the last couple decades. This has been going on for years, over 100 years. It has to, because there's no way, no way. And Spirit said, "Lights out." I'm gonna go ahead and pray into the card so that we can get anyone who needs their messages today to get their messages. It is $5 to get a $5 reading. Okay, I'm gonna try to do the $5 holler more often, but that's okay. Oh, and I told y'all that I am going to make another TikTok account for a backup account. So I do want you guys to go support your girl and get that account up as well, so that we can go live on that account. Okay. If anything ever happens to the current account, because I'm just waiting on God's moves here, because God's playing chess, not checkers, and these individuals in positions of power right now are playing checkers like their life depends on it. But the Lord has already stolen their queen. What I say? I said the Lord has already stolen their queen. I don't even know why they still playing, to be honest with you. They can't. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and pray. I call upon our great divine, our most high, our divine ancestors, and our divine spirit guides to give us the divinely accurate messages that each and every soul needs to hear today, no matter what they want to hear. Give them what they need to hear in order to grow, learn, and evolve on their journeys. Please allow me to deliver these messages in a divinely eloquent manner so that each and every soul can understand and interpret the messages that are needed to be in accordance with your will, Lord, for their destiny timeline. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. And so it is, Ashe. And so it is, Ashe. What's up, Spirit? So I'm gonna give this like a few more. I'm gonna give it like if you need a reading, just let me know down in the chat. But I want to get spirits. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and ask God Universe about this. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop playing with TikTok and get the real messages. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, Spirit. What should we ask? What should we ask? I'm trying to think. Question. Okay. I'm trying to think because like I know the answer to some questions already. So I'm trying to think of a good question to ask, right? Because you could ask the Lord questions. They just can't be like, they have to be thought out questions, okay? Um, Very specific. If you already know the answer, try not to ask too many times on that. So I'm trying to think because I want to get into. All right, so is the government hiding other traffic rings? I'll take it if you double it. Oop. Which way did I flip this? Okay. Alrighty. This says blind spots. Look, this is all. Okay, this is being covered by something else, though. Last minute changes. Behind schedule. So this isn't the focus. Okay. There's a bigger picture here. This isn't even just about the trafficking. This with it's like it's giving like the trafficking is like is the subreddit. Like that's not the main focus. It's not the big. Okay, so this is not. There's a okay. There's something more broader here going on. Okay, let's see. So we had to ask a different question. You're saying because it's not the. I was gonna ask. So you're saying this? It's not the government. As I was, so I'm like, I'm saying it's not the government who's trying to cover this up. Conspiracy. This is about getting caught. Okay, so they're covering things up. They're covering for someone. They don't want to get caught covering for someone else, but they are covering. So it's this is so it's okay. So would this be more complacency? This yes card sliding out here. Being complacent. Look, okay. All right. Sometimes it's more deeper than the what's just here. Okay, because I'm looking at way more than that than just yes or no. Okay, I'm also looking at what the message is here, right, and deciphering the picture. So with this saying being shown the way, welcome with open arms, right? Spirit is saying this is more complacency by the government, okay, because they don't want to get caught hiding some dark stuff with decay under the surface here, right? Decay under the surface, meaning that there is some demonic stuff going on under the surface, under the radar. I made a post about this yesterday. A lot of things are getting caught, not getting caught, right under the radar. You said getting caught, net losses. Okay, they would lose money. They would lose a lot of money if people were to figure out about these underground schemes. Is this about money? What's this one? No, because they're burning through the money. They're saying it's a poor investment. It doesn't stop them from doing it. But then what do they gain by being complacent in this? What do they gain, Spirit, by being complacent? Power. Mm. Look. Also, Earth's energy. Look, okay, what do they gain? Power, intense energy, dark energy, right? Intense dark energy. Wow. I'm not taking that one only because Spirit tried to tell us about the collective, but I just want to know about these individuals, Spirit, that are using and being complacent in human trafficking for this energy. Mm, unexpected wins. True abilities come to light. Ooh, the Lord is cooking something. These people will not be able to keep this hidden. Right? With unexpected wins here, this means that the Lord is definitely getting ready to expose these beings. These dark individuals who have allowed this stuff to go on for so long, been complacent in it, allowing it to bring in more dark portals into the world instead of light portals, right? But the Lord is definitely cooking something up that's gonna put these people in a heartache. Okay, at this time, the world is being protected, right? The world, everyone is safe from this, except for these dark individuals, all right, who will be feeling this grief, this emotional struggle, sadness, despair, okay, downhearted. Whereas, yeah, everybody else is ascending. These people, yeah, okay, wait, Spirit said, okay, Spirit, hold on, because I was reading the card, but Spirit is saying the stars are aligning to be able to bring this justice into play. Okay, with all the stars here, is that a face? Thought it was a face in the card, but yeah, Spirit is definitely bringing in, well, we are, as divine light workers, we are helping the good Lord bring in the truth and reveal what was hidden with our light and love, justice, and peace that we are bringing in. And Spirit is also bringing in the truth with truth revealed. Okay, the stars aligned. I don't even have to, man. Jeffrey Epstein files will be released. And I told you it's only by the grace of the good Lord. The good Lord is working on it, guys. It's getting done. It's gonna be released. Okay, I can't wait. I'm excited to see this. Okay, right. The sacred gifts and every, yeah. Stay grounded. Okay, just stay grounded at this time. Sacred gifts come in more like the sacred gifts are like divine judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like the sacred gifts are these people finally going down in history as these pedophiles, predators, evil demonic beings who try to come up against humanity. That is the sacred gift that we are receiving from the Lord, helping us reveal the truth. Okay, is the sacred gift that, oh, I said secret, didn't I? Yeah, so the secret gift that the Lord, that these people ain't really realizing, you know what I'm saying? Even if I tell you guys, the secret gift is going to be these people's downfall, right? But this, it's also sacred because the Lord is coming through with it and it's cooking in the background. The Lord is doing so much work in the background. So just keep praying, keep meditating, keep doing you, boo. Um, because the Lord is definitely working on this. All right. So I like it as more complacency, but it's definitely a lot bigger. Like there's a okay. They're complacent because they have bigger goals in mind. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So they are complacent in it because they do have bigger goals in mind. Right. I'm starved for attention and empty promises to stroke your passion and your heart's desire. This is bigger than the government, then? Decaying under the surface. Ooh, ooh. I don't want to read on that no more. Um, felt like though some dark presence there. Yeah. Demon ring? It's just forked up. A real tine in the behind. A real time in the behind. They're enemies of the Lord. Uh, so they are okay. So the enemies of the Lord, yes, but because they were manipulated and led astray, and now they their path to the Lord is blocked, and they're blocked from the pure energy source that is the Lord. So they must seek another way to gain energy, to get energy to be. be a vampire, energy vampire. What we talk about, like energy vampire type of thing. Locked out of heaven. Um, that's weird. Spirit said they feel like if they locked out of heaven, nobody else should go too. So they rather bring everybody else down with them than let anybody else up. Spirit, is that what you're trying to say? Yeah. They want to let anyone advance past this life, past this earth's lesson. They don't want people to advance past this earth lesson because they got themselves in trouble with the good Lord. And the good Lord, yes, and the good Lord is not allowing them to come back to pure energy. They've been locked out of heaven. So they rather bring, that's so crazy. That is so crazy. I I asked the question in my head. I was asking if TikTok was covering for pedophilia, and the answer was yes. So yeah. Yeah, well, we got our answers, guys. So I'm gonna end the live there. I am hungry. I'm gonna go ahead and go eat. But if you guys ever need anything, make sure that you DM me. I'm also looking for 9 people to play Among Us with while live streaming. Okay, so if you want to play Among Us to grow, learn, and evolve with your spiritual discernment and your intuition, then you just DM me, or I'll make a I might make a post. Otherwise, just DM me or join the Discord Brainy Bunch hideout so that you can be a part of that. Okay? Alrighty. I love you guys. Remember, we speak love, justice, and peace. Y'all have a blessed day. Amen.